Time's up! Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, students. Everyone experiences conflict in different ways. Some people try to avoid confrontation at all costs. Others often walk into situations of conflict because they are aggressive or highly opinionated. Usually, the experience of conflict involves a disagreement of opinion or interest with another person or group. If the disagreement can be resolved quickly, the conflict dissipates. However, sometimes differences of opinion can become increasingly serious with wide-reaching implications. In these cases, conflicts are not so easily resolved. Sometimes, conflicts result in raised voices, aggression, and frustration. We feel irritable when we are unable to convince another person to accept our point of view. There are mechanisms in place to assist people and groups to handle their conflicts peacefully. Conflicts are a normal part of human interaction, but they should not be allowed to become aggressive to the point of violence. Students, what mechanisms for regulating conflict have you experienced?
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up! Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, students. There are various instruments for regulating conflict. The most obvious one is the national constitution and the laws. However, you may also have experienced regulation of conflict through your family or clan structures. the court system also exists to manage conflict. Students, let us now turn our attention to procedural justice. The textbook defines procedural justice as the right to equality in the processes that guarantee all persons equal procedural opportunities within the law. Procedural justice refers to the idea of fairness in the processes that resolve disputes. Procedural justice is based upon the principle that fair procedure leads to equitable outcomes. One of the goals of procedural justice is to increase the chance for all necessary information to be gathered in order to make a wise decision. Another is to ensure that the information that has been gathered is used in a just way. A third goal of procedural justice is to protect the right to privacy, human dignity, and freedom within distributive and corrective justice. And finally, it is also the aim of procedural justice to promote efficiency in the management and resolution of conflicts. Students, imagine that you and another group have come into conflict over the use of some land. How might procedural justice assist you to resolve your conflict? Please work with a partner to answer this question. You may begin whenever you are ready, students.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up! Let's get back to our lesson.
Well done, students. I'm sure that you and your partners have some excellent ideas. Procedural justice allows parties in conflict to have the right to be heard without discrimination on grounds of race, language, religion, political opinion, national or social origin, wealth, status, and so on. Therefore, procedural justice ensures that your group will be treated with equity. Procedural justice will help you to resolve your conflict over the use of some land by allowing both you and your opponents to speak. This means that you will have the opportunity to state your arguments clearly and to hear those of the other side. It also might help in the gathering and use of information. There may be a historical claim to the land. This is important information, and procedural justice ensures that it will be used fairly. Articles 19 and 20 of the FDRE Constitution provide necessary safeguards to ensure the workings of procedural justice. They indicate that people arrested have the right to be informed quickly of the reasons for their arrest. Accused people have the right to be informed of the charge against them. They also have the right to hear all evidence presented against them, to examine witnesses, and to use evidence in their own defense. These constitutional laws regarding procedural justice were created to protect human rights. Students, this is the end of our first lesson on rule of law and conflict management. Next time, we will learn about alternative means of conflict management. Until then, thank you, teacher. Thank you, students.